But since we're streaming, can I say hi? I'm Jack,
And I can say, hi, I'm Jonathan.
and we are Glib Shark. Today is April 12th, 2016, or at least we're recording on that day. Today in history, I need to make up something real quick. I had nothing. Admiral Ahern says, "Damn it, Shepard, that metagel ain't free." I was saving that for the end, but I had to blow my load prematurely.
You had to blow your load of metagel. Now wounds are healed from several feet away, depending on when the last time you used the metagel was.
Did you know that metagel technically violates the Citadel conventions against genetic engineering, but it's far too useful to be banned?
It's sort of like in Destiny, where Zur is the agent of a group of people whose motives are questionable, but because he sells awesome stuff to Guardians, they can't really get rid of him, or else, I mean, they need him around to sell the Guardians awesome stuff.
So he's like black market or more gray market? Not all at once, guys. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, so had to deal with something there. I would say probably gray market. Not strictly black, because otherwise they just wouldn't let him there.
Fair enough. You know, typically this is when we would do This Week in Geek, and next week when Nobo comes back, or I guess in a couple of weeks when we come back, you can send an email to lauren@obocrazy.com if you have any facts you want her to read live and on the air. But I'm going to yield the floor to Jonathan just a bit, because he did mention that something is bothering you. I'm going to sit my chair backwards and say, let's rap about it, brother.
I wouldn't say bothering, but I just wanted to kind of give my opinion of Quantum Break, which came out last week and that I have finished in earnest now, and I probably won't go back to. Like, I probably won't replay to get all the other stuff. Now, that's not to say I didn't enjoy myself, because I did. I thought the game was fun. There were definitely some good bits. There were some good puzzly bits. There were some good shooty bits, but it never excelled at anything. Like, everything was good, but none of it blew me away. The story was fine. The acting in the live action stuff was fine. And what was I going to say? Hang on. Oh, I stopped my timer. I actually set a timer so I didn't go on and on. But then I realized that timer was moving. So, oops. Anyway, so I guess I had problem with time, just like you would in Quantum Break, because timey-wimey shit. But anyway, more to the point, nothing ever really stood out. Like, all of it was fine. And so in the end, it was this amalgamation of, hey, this is all right. This is fun. I'm glad I did it. But the thing that put the nail in the coffin was the last boss fight, which was super annoying because they don't explain what's going on. That's okay. Lots of games do that. Like Elder Scrolls Online and actually the Bethesda games make a business of not explaining anything to you. Like fast travel? Really? There's no fast travel tutorial. There's no crafting tutorial. There's nothing. They just throw you in there and you figure it out. And that's fine. But Quantum Break kind of led you by the hand the entire game. And then in the final boss fight, it's like, okay, there's stuff you've never run into and have fun. Without getting too much into spoilers, there's basically stuff you've never seen before, don't know how to deal with, and it doesn't tell you what's going on. You just, all of a sudden you fall over dead. It's like, well, all right, that happened. Fine. And it took me a good 15 to 20 tries to try and beat the last level. And I was just like, when I was done, I was like, okay, I was thinking about playing this again, but I don't want to have to spend any more time on that piece of crap. That is the last level. So that kind of ruined the whole experience for me. So I guess in the end, it was only okay. It was a fine game. If you happen to pick it up and play it, that's great. If you make choices, you can see which choices I made, which I thought was kind of cool. And again, some of the puzzly bits and some of the shooty bits, it does get really cinematic. But like I said, just, I don't know, it never really just wowed me. By far the best thing is this little, they're collectibles, emails and stuff you can read. There's one of them, it's called Time Knife. And it's like a fanfic that one of the employees wrote in an email. And it's awesome. Fucking fantastic. It is so good. It is by far the best part of Quantum Break. And I've already like seen a couple of podcasts like do a dramatic reading of it. It's phenomenal.
And then that ending when you find out Dr. Samuel Beckett never made it home.
I was actually just thinking. So real quick before we get to our guest, Jack, who would you cast in a Quantum Leap reboot?
Ooh, that's a very, very good question. Oh man.
So you have three roles. You have Dr. Beckett, you have Admiral Sam, and then you have the voice of the computer. I guess you have two roles. You have two roles.
You know what? I want to go out on a limb and I'm going to say Chris Pine as the Samuel Beckett role.
Okay.
I think he'd do a good job with it. He's got that charm. I mean, there's that Starfleet captain continuity there. So I think if you're going to do reboot, Chris Pine can helm a reboot at this point. And he's affable and he's likable, but he can do the action pieces pretty well, especially if you do it as a film. As far as who would play well against Chris Pine, I'm saying at this point, why does Sam have to be a dude? Maybe I'm gonna say Helen Mirren as Sam. Because I think she got that wry sense of humor, and she's a killer actress, and I'm sure she'd knock it out of the park. I guess I'm thinking of more of with those kind of names. It's almost more of a movie version of Quantum Leap rather than a TV series.
It would be like the Sherlock or Black Mirror version of Quantum Leap, where it's like 3 episodes in the season, and then that's it.
Ultra gritty reimagining a la Battlestar Galactica.
I don't,
or not.
No, I don't think you need to. With a premise like that, you really don't need to go that silly. Plus, you would lose some of it. Like part of the reason why Beckett and Al worked was because of the humor. What they played off each other, and I think in your case, especially using Helen Mirren, that's part of her appeal. Not only is she one of the sexiest older ladies around, but she's just really, really funny. And I think if you go grim, dark, total grit, then I think you lose that.
Alternate casting, Donald Glover, and still Helen Mirren. Okay. I don't want to do better than that.
Now, actually, Donald Glover's good too. And gets him back on NBC.
That's true. Well, assuming NBC gets the rights, they just go to Netflix or something, where all shows that come back from the dead go, apparently.
No, I like that. Taking a cast that was 2 white guys and making it a black guy and a woman.
That's progress, I guess. The preceding has been a presentation of, I don't know, Glib flashbacks?
Glib Entertainment.
Glib Entertainment. I like it. That sounds like Entertainment 720.
Or Entertainment Tonight. Now John Tesh is doing shitty radio.
But you know what, though? My quest to have the national anthem changed to the theme from the NBA and NBC continues.
But we should probably talk to the person that we have with us.
We should. Martha, you in?
Person. Yes. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
You have never sounded better on this show.
I know, right? It's because I am older and wiser and, consistently fucking awesome.
I actually had an intro bit for you, and it was.
Sorry, should we start over?
Well, no, we don't have to start over. But what I was gonna say is that we had someone who was tiny, looked great in heels, and conquered most of Europe, which would be the description of Napoleon Bonaparte, who's dead. However, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so we got Martha.
Hey, are you telling me I haven't conquered Europe?
Well, not that I know of.
I mean, not yet, but give me time, guys.
I mean, if you were going to do it, now's the time, man. It's kind of a mess over there.
Now is the time. Somebody needs to straighten some shit out. And maybe it's got to be somebody tiny in heels. It's not Napoleon.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi, boys. Hi.
Hi. It's been a minute. How you been?
I've been super. Jack, I've missed you. I barely interacted with you even a tiny little bit over the years, and it's awful.
Yeah, the last time I think might have been a couple of years ago, PAX East.
Yeah,
Maybe.
possibly, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I was watching Rock Patch earlier today, and I was thinking to myself, that happened 5 years ago.
It was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
Gosh.
Damn.
I mean, did you manage to successfully replace all your hair with feathers or no?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
Yes. And then I shaved it and grew it back in with human hair.
Now
Oh.
it's fade. Like I feel like the big hair fashion is fading.
The what?
Not like actually fading, but like fades of color. Like I know a couple of people have done that, and I've seen a few people at work do that. Is that something you've done? Are you still the same awesomely dirty blonde?
No, I'm really right now. I'm kind of really into the whole blonde to gray hair fade. That's an old lady joke. Because seriously, I'm like, I have gray hair. I'm like old. I'm super old and gray, fading. Everything about me is fading.
You're like, you are okay. So I was watching. We were talking last week about a show on Amazon called Mozart in the Jungle, and on that show is a young lady named Bernadette Peters.
She's delightful.
She's delightfully ageless.
Like, she is.
She looks the same now as she did in like 1990, and in 1990 she looked the same that she did in the 70s.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
And I feel like of the people that I actually know, you are one of the people in that very special, like genetic lottery winner, where it's like it doesn't matter. I've seen pictures of you from like 10 years ago, and I've seen pictures of you from like now, and I can't tell the fucking difference.
Yeah, this is why I love you guys. This is why you're my favorite little corner of the internet. Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you. It's all fucking smoke and mirrors. But yeah, hair trends. I'm not your broad. I'm like, I have no idea. I'm turning into like a baseball hat kind of girl these days. Because all I do is not my hair.
Like I'm kind of I feel you there, because I'm kind of getting to the same point where like I'll catch my hair in like the rearview mirror and I'm like, wow, there's not a lot up there anymore.
No,
like,
stop.
No, seriously. Like I have a bald spot that's growing, and I'm getting ready to take a trip later on this year, and I'm thinking that might be the impetus to just shave it all off, because
you got a good head, sweetie pie. You look sexy with the bald head.
You think? I don't actually know. I've gotten it short. Like there are definitely pictures where it's really short, but I don't know if I have like the right bald shaped head.
You do, 100%. I'll do it if you do it. Let's shave our heads together.
I think one of us would wear. Well, actually, you'd probably wear it just fine. So,
back bald chicks are sexy.
So what do you guys want to talk about other than hair?
So I heard a rumor of some kind that you're actually going to be at PAX East and that you're doing a panel.
Yes, apparently I am. I'm going to be joining Mr. Jeffrey Williams on his panel. It's distracted. My child is in bed with giant headphones on, listening to something he's not supposed to be listening to and giggling fucking hysterically, which I guarantee you is probably here. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's spy on
Okay. We're spying. We're spying on children, Jack.
Okay, what are you listening to?
It's a Minecraft video.
It's a Minecraft video? Okay. Are there bad words in it?
No.
More bad words than I would say? Okay. It's a Minecraft video.
Well, better a Minecraft video than those jerky boys.
Oh God, yeah, no. These Minecraft videos are fucking brilliant, by the way, though.
I would put a lot of the Minecraft Let's Plays up against the Jerky Boys favorably. I'm one am not a fan.
Yeah, no, not funny. It's like, it's like whatever. It's not funny. Prank phone calls, fucking whatever. But some of this Minecraft shit is hilarious. Have you seen the one where it is some fellow and his friends, and the game is there's a dad and a baby, and the baby has to try to kill itself, and the dad has to try to keep the baby alive.
I have not seen that.
That is goddamn hilarious, and I'm a terrible mother, I'm sure, but Silas showed it to me a couple times, and now he's like, all right, Mom, there's a new one. And we will literally sit for sometimes hours and just watch the Minecraft baby suicide attempts. And it's absolutely marvelous.
All right, Martha. I kind of relating to that.
Okay.
So Silas comes up to you, and this is a couple years down the road, and he's like, Mom, I know what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to make people laugh on the internet by playing video games. Would you consider this a valid career choice for future Silas?
So in order to answer that question, we're gonna have to actually back up a couple years ago when I made the mistake of taking him to Austin for the 10th year anniversary party for Red versus Blue. And he met a charming gentleman by the name of Jeffrey Ramsey. And since then, he's basically been saying just that to me. He's like, Mom, I just want to do what Jeff does. That's literally what he wants to do already. So this is not like a couple years from now. This is already like, Mom, I don't have to do math because I'm just gonna do what Jeff Ramsey does. So fuck you, Jeff Ramsey. Because I'm pretty sure he's the only one in the world that's allowed to actually have that job and be as successful at it, and he's ruined it for everybody else.
Well, he has that job, and then his underlings also have that job.
There's a whole there is like a legitimate career about being funny and playing video games now, totally based on those guys, which is, delightful. But it's unfortunate for me because I only have one child, and he's kind of my retirement plan. You know what I mean?
So he needs to either win a Super Bowl, win the Masters, or get like 5 million subscribers.
He just needs a shit ton of money because, I'm like, I don't want to work for a long time, and I'm I want to retire in style. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to we'll have to talk to Jeff, get some pointers from Jeff or something, which is a terrible fucking idea.
From everything I've seen, the people who are successful doing that they are funny, they are genuine, they really don't have to work at it very hard. Yeah. And if unfortunately these days it also takes a little bit of luck or knowing people, and I think I think Silas might have just the right amount of both. So I don't want to encourage him one way or the other because it's not my place to one, but also it may turn out he is a spectacular golfer, but we may need to figure that out.
He's not.
You know what? Every time that I've told myself I couldn't do something, someone else who was like me went and did it. So you might as well try. Worst case scenario, I would say worst case scenario, try it for a few years. It doesn't work out, go to dental school or become an actuary.
Yeah, actuaries are. I work with a lot of actuaries.
They make bad bank. Last I heard,
they make bank. They are not an interesting group of people.
Yeah, they're kind of like my go-to joke career. Not that the career itself is a joke, but I like making fun of them.
You got to be super smart to do it, but nobody wants to hang out with that dude at a cocktail party.
I think the most famous one is probably the guy from Fight Club.
The guy from Fight Club?
The narrator character. Yeah, Edward Norton's character was basically an actuary.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I didn't realize until a few years ago that movie takes place in Delaware, where I work.
Well,
you're in Delaware.
Well, I work in Delaware. I live in Pennsylvania still.
Well, it makes sense because don't they blow up all the credit card buildings at the end?
And that's where they all are.
Yes. God, that scene. That was a marvelous, marvelous scene. So we've covered hairdos, Minecraft, and my child's future career tanking. So can we back up for 1 second? Because I actually do want to talk about PAX. I want to talk about this panel.
Yes, I would love to hear about this panel.
So I don't know anything about it except that it's as far as I know and as far as I've seen, it's going to be Jeff talking about making music, and it's going to be all the people that he's played music with or whatever. But what's really exciting to me is that you know, who's coming that I get to hang out with. Jonathan's already broken my heart, telling me that you're not coming to PAX this year. So do we know who's going to be there that maybe we can chat with? Jack, are you coming to our neck of the woods for this event?
This is the first one I've ever missed. And the
God
reason
damn it, you guys!
I'm missing
killing
it.
me.
And this is the reason I'm missing. I have a good reason though. Like my godson's brother is getting baptized, so I got to be there for that.
So it's your god nephew.
God nephew, well, kind of, sort of, or I don't know what the exact word for it is. He's, well, my cousin's second son, so that's probably the easy thing. So first cousin once removed.
Heavens to Betsy!
Phew.
This is why I don't talk to my family anymore.
It's complicated, right?
You stop talking to your family, and you have so much free time.
Hey, I stopped talking to my family too. High five.
Woohoo! High five. No, Jack, that's lovely. That sounds really exciting for you. I'm thrilled.
And a way better excuse than I have.
Yeah, what's your excuse?
Yeah, why aren't you going, Jonathan?
Lack of money and vacation time.
Well, that's kind of fair. I mean, those were factors for me. It's not quite as hard though, because Philly to Boston is a pretty easy drive. Although I will probably be in Boston sometime towards the end of May.
Okay.
Oh, let me know.
Yeah, we're doing a road trip to Maine, so we're going to hit up Boston on the way.
Oh, good. I want to meet your lovely wife.
Yeah.
I actually have a story about disappointing people for vacation stuff. So,
okay.
The day I talked to you, Martha,
yes,
and let you know
broke
that
my heart.
Yes, that terrible day.
Yeah.
So I already felt bad, and judging, it was hard to tell from your text. I figured you weren't actually mad at me, but it was one of those deals where, in the context of the conversation, I'm like, there was a doubt, and I was like, I have to be really nice to her now. So,
dude, I less than /3'd you.
I know.
Shit is for real.
Son. So when that happened, I also got a message from a friend of ours who was asking if I was going to make it up to Toronto this year.
Fuck.
And I had to say, as far as I can tell right now, it's not in the cards.
Dude, I think it was a similar friend reached out to me asking me about Toronto as well this year.
Yeah.
And I'm trying my damnedest to figure out how I can do it.
Oh, God damn it.
God damn it.
Because you know what this means.
Yeah.
This is like the end of Backdraft, where those two guys are hanging off the burning thing, and one of them says, "You go, I go."
Oh, no shit.
This is that, Martha.
Dude.
This is that.
We are shaving our heads together, are we not? We're going to shave our heads and eat 50 goddamn meatballs.
Okay.
There's your Glib Shark exclusive. Oh, wait,
So,
August 12th through 14th.
all right.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
12th to 14th? So the thing is, it's Toronto. And, my wife, of course, her whole social life is back in Buffalo, where she lived the last 10 years. So I might be able to Fred Flintstone this shit.
So when you say Fred Flintstone, you mean cut the bottom out of your car and and walk?
Now, I mean be at two places at the same time. That is to say, drop off her, let her hang out with her buddies, and then I keep going across the border and I hang out with my buddies.
Oh,
Separate vacations.
I see.
Yeah,
It's a crazy weekend though, because the weekend before, my sister is taking her first profession as a nun. The weekend before that, there's a church convention, and but I can flex. It's summertime. I might be able to work late.
Do you guys realize the difference between this and let's say one of the first radio internet program conversations that we ever had, maybe a decade ago? We're all such fucking grown-ups now that we all have all these responsibilities.
Well, to be fair, part of the reason why it's in doubt, and one of the reasons why I'm not going to PAX East is because I've allotted a lot of vacation time to other stuff that and not all of it is grown-up adulting. I mean, on one hand, I'm going to be going to a tropical island, hanging out with friends, getting very drunk, and throwing myself underwater. And on the other one, I'm going to be in Austin, drowning in alcohol with more or less the same group of friends, and doing that for almost 2 weeks.
Right. So. Can I tell you one thing? I'm going to give you a little secret as an old and wizened 43-year-old broad. Turns out the only thing that really separates grown-up stuff from not grown-up stuff is alcohol consumption.
Yes.
That's pretty much
wholeheartedly agree.
So it's really like, yeah, whatever. We're all going to go out for, my friend's 12-year birthday party, and we're going to go bowling or whatever. I'm going to go out 30 years later with my friends and go bowling and do the same goddamn thing, only we're going to be shit-faced.
So one thing that I haven't gotten to do for a while is drunk board game. My friend that I used to go over to his house and do that with moved away. Like he went from like a 1,500 square foot house to like a 3,500 square foot house.
Ooh, bummer.
But it was an upgrade, but it meant that he had to move away, which meant I could no longer go over to his house, play games, get smashed, and stumble back to my house.
That guy's a selfish asshole.
To his credit, he did say that the being neighbors with me was a big deal. Like, that almost broke it. And I'm like, aw, you almost didn't move into your dream house because of me. So as it happened last weekend, I managed to get a ride to his place. And I'm like, I don't have to drive home. I can get shithoused and not worry about it. So I brought some snacks, I brought some other things, and I brought a 750 milliliter bottle of cognac.
Oh, heavens.
Which I finished.
Oh, honey.
That was after the couple of mules that I had at lunch. And then that was
good for you.
That was after, like, that happened. And then we went to Red Robin and I had orange drinks, which were delicious. Let me tell you, they make whatever this was, it was like orange vodka, orange juice, and like whipped cream. It was fucking delicious.
You guys are literally my favorite people on the planet right now.
Aw.
I mean it. I it's not just the chamomile tea talking either.
Oh man, your compliments pair perfectly with my bourbon. It's just amazing.
Nice.
My liver decided it needed a break after Saturday. So I like had just a smidge of vodka earlier, and then that was it. I was like, I'm just gonna drink just a little bit, not a lot, not a bit, just a little,
just to keep yourself hydrated.
But yeah, exactly. But chamomile, rum, and honey and lemon is one of my favorite little hot drinks.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
It was friend of the show Izzy that recommended that particular brew.
That's nice. I usually do my toddies with a whiskey or a bourbon.
Yeah, there were a couple, like most of the hot toddies I've had have been a little bit more like cinnamony, I guess I would say.
Yeah, dig it, which makes more sense with the rum. How about hot buttered rum? Have you done that? Because that's fucking marvelous and will absolutely stop your heart.
While cardiac arrest sounds interesting. I haven't tried it, but I think I will. I'd actually never had a hot toddy until there was a New Year's where I was in Austin hanging out with a bunch of people, and we went to Rita Rio's, a little cocktail place. And
I don't know what this is.
It was really good. Like, it's one of those deals where they don't really have a bar. They have a walk-up counter where you go and you order your cocktail. And they've got all these like infused gins and stuff. Oh, it's really, really good.
Oh,
little hole in the wall place on the wrong side of, or I guess some people would say on the correct side of 6th Street. That
sounds delightful.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's delightful.
So speaking of Austin and RTX, is that in the cards for you, or?
Dude, I'm waiting for those motherfuckers to invite me. They got to invite me. You know what I mean? Here's the thing, quite honestly, like I actually have a bunch of work in Austin now. I have a lot of people that I work with that live in Austin. Um, I've been there, I think, like 3 times this year. The last time I was there, I actually was able to see Griffin and Jeff for a little bit, which was wonderful because, all joking about their, his career choices aside, they're marvelous people. And I miss them terribly. So I'm hoping that I can get down there at least at a time that coincides with that. If I can somehow manage to finagle some sort of special guest type situation, then it's even better for me. Um, but that's I'm not as special as I used to be, which is
Well,
unfortunate.
you are special to me, and I will be in town for a while, both before and after RTX. I'm lucky,
Oh,
as people on the show have heard multiple times, I am able to work in Austin for reasons. And so what I've been doing last couple of years is getting to Austin like on the weekend and then working up until RTX and then working after RTX and then driving back on the weekend.
oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it works out really, really well.
Yeah, that's marvelous. I'm so Silas now is, as Jonathan, you certainly know. Silas is suddenly super into RVB. He's playing Halo, Destiny. He's like everything that I don't understand anything about, but I keep trying to be like, hey, remember when you were 4 and I took you to like the second PAX East ever and you signed my autograph because I was a big fucking deal at the time? He's like, Jesus, Mom, get over it. Every once in a while, if he wants to talk me into doing something, he's like, Mom, what if I hum a Trocadero song? Then will you let me watch like an hour more Minecraft videos? And I always fall for it. I'm like, okay, fine.
Wait, just wait until he gets to humming the stuff from Widows and Orphans.
Son of a bitch, he never will. He never will. He hates all my shit. But I think I'm getting actually closer and closer to actually finishing that record, which is pretty exciting.
I hope you do, because keeping secrets is hard, and keeping things to myself that are awesome is hard.
You don't have to. You can divulge any secrets you want.
Wait, oh, thank God.
Secrets? I didn't hear any about these secrets.
Oh, thank God. All right. I might share a thing or two that you have shared with me.
That's awesome. No, totally. You're like I love it. You're probably nicer about the bullshit that I do than anybody else would be. So you're welcome.
I want to join Secret Club.
I believe you've just been invited.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're in. You're cool with getting the tattoo though, right?
I don't even know what it is, but yes.
It's right on the back of our shaved heads.
Oh.
So you won't be able to see it for a bit.
Oh. Fair enough. Actually, I know for a fact my head looks pretty good shaved. I did 14 years ago. So maybe I'm due back for another head shave.
Nice. Let's do it.
Yeah. Probably get a tattoo in RTX anyway. So what's another one?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, so I play this character on the Dungeons and Dragons and Drunks podcast we do on here on Glib. He's an archer. So I'm thinking of getting like a simple arrow through an apple. The apple's kind of an inside joke because my character is kind of obsessed with apples.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Plus, I mean, you've got I'm trying to make like some kind of immediate connection with William Tell.
That's the joke that nobody got, and the reason he's obsessed with apples is because of William Tell.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. Like the overture or whatever. Dun, 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 dun. Or I got the music notes tattooed around it if I want to grow it more.
Are you going to do the actual overture?
Or just the first few lines of it. I don't think... It's been a few years since I got my last tattoo. Like, the last one I got was probably the Rooster Teeth logo.
On your ass that time.
Yes. It's almost 9 years ago.
Yes. And then isn't there a story with Jacob And arrows, some Bible story.
I think it was ladders. He wrestles an angel and he wins, but then the angel kicks him in the shin out of spite, being like, "I could have taken you anytime. Just want to see what you got, kid." And
Does
then
he
they walk with
litter
the
him
limp the
with?
rest of his life.
Does he riddle him with arrows though?
And I don't think it was Jacob. It might have been somebody else.
I thought there was something.
Okay, I don't think it was Jacob. It probably wasn't Jesus.
I only know it from like Nick Cave lyrics though, because
Oh, I only got into him when I started watching that show with Cillian Murphy. What's it called? Peaky Blinders, because they use Red
All
Right
right.
Hand as theme song
All right.
for it.
First of all, that show is fucking magnificent.
Right?
Second of all, you need to listen to The Birthday Party before you listen to any fucking Red Right Hand bullshit. Nick
God,
Cave.
The
Go
Birthday.
back and listen to some Birthday Party.
See, I only know the two songs by him. I know Red Right Hand and
Oh,
The Mercy
heavens.
Seat, only because Johnny Cash covered it like 15 years ago.
Oh heavens, yeah. No. Reset. Listen to The Birthday Party. But yeah, Peaky Blinders is one of the most gorgeous shows. It's like a Deadwood. It's like Deadwood caliber of television.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like, just in terms of the way everything looks, just how violent the world is, but
It's
how like,
gorgeous. The music, it's fucking wonderful.
And, like,
Jonathan, have
every-
you watched this show? Did we lose Jonathan?
Jonathan, you still there, buddy?
Oh look, he hates me now. What a dick.
Because of, I don't know, whatever. You still got me. I'm pretty awesome.
Yeah, fuck that guy. We don't need that guy.
Who? Him?
No, it's absolutely gorgeous though. Gorgeous.
Yeah, and I love how like every good crime story, it really kind of takes some sort of experience of a marginalized group, like how Godfather was about like immigration and Italian Americans. Peaky Blinders sort of covers the whole gypsy thing and the whole post World War I malaise of all these people that fought for their country and then kind of kick it to the curb.
Well, and the Irish too, right? You've got the that's kind of one of the central points of that whole show is how shitty the Irish were treated.
The
that
IRA.
was right around the time my family moved to New York. Was my grandmother grew up in Ireland, like hiding from British soldiers because they were horrible.
I mean, back when being
disrespect.
Irish was like, the worst kind of like thing. Like all these signs that used recently is like 100 years ago. Irish need not apply all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And then how good was Tom Hardy in season 2?
Twins Tom Hardy. Who's Tom Hardy?
He played Alfie Solomon.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah. Yeah.
He stole every scene he was in. I can't wait for season 3. I don't know if it came out in the UK yet, but I hope it comes to Netflix soon.
I haven't seen anything about it, and it's fucking bumming me out because I feel like maybe it's not gonna.
I don't know why. It's been kind of a hit, and Cillian Murphy kills it.
He's remarkable.
And he's gorgeous to look at. I'm not afraid to admit that. He's a pretty man.
No, he's a lovely man.
And he's the only person who has any business. I mean, I'm taking that back. I think his side shave is the best of all the side shaves.
Yeah, that's a pretty good side shave. It's a really, historically accurate side shave.
Yeah. And just the attention, the detail they have with how Birmingham looked back then and everything. I mean, the history nerd in me is very pleased.
Yeah. And the music, hands down, is fucking amazing. It's Tom Waits, PJ Harvey, Nick Cave. It's The
Oh, no wonder you love this show. It's like right up your alley.
It's all my favorites. They're like all my babies making music on that show.
Ah, man. Hope that comes back soon.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So Jack, tell me some of your things. What's happening with you?
Well, I got married.
Oh yes. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. And it's been almost 11 months. I just kind of flew. The first 3 months, she was wrapping up stuff in Buffalo. I married somebody who was basically, it's funny, all this time I'm going up to Canada, to hang out with people. Like the whole time she was there, like in Buffalo, and I would just pass right by, go to Canada, hang out with my people, drink, pass out, throw up, come back. The cycle continued for years.
With
not
no
realizing.
idea that the love of your life was right there.
Yeah.
It's like
And
that Fievel the Mouse song. You're sleeping
Somewhere's out there.
right
Yeah.
in a big floppy hat.
think Five Old Mousekewitz. I'm pretty sure Amblin Entertainment and Steven Spielberg stole my entire story, except the fact that I was born in Northeast Philadelphia and not Russia,
And not a mouse.
and
Yeah,
not
whatever. Whatever.
details. I mean, they had to do something to
They
keep from getting sued, I guess.
You do realize that in this scenario, while you are Fievel the mouse, Martha is no doubt one of the cats trying to eat mice.
But
Oh
a
yeah, I would
charming
eat the
cat.
shit out of you. I would eat the shit out of you. 100%.
Hmm.
I would spit out your bones, and then I would use them to decorate my little cat garden.
Oh, I have a dog now.
Oh, nice. I'd eat your dog.
6-year-old beagle. Yeah. 6-year-old beagle named Ricky. Like I have a
Ricky?
character in Ricky. They named him before we got to him. He was a research dog. Like he spent his first year like a veterinary like school or whatever, and he was like the dog that they would put full of shots or whatever. He was in cages, and then one of my wife's friends actually was the person working with Ricky, and like when the year came up and they had to like give him up, like they had him in like a shelter, and Anju's like, nah, I'll take him. So
Aw.
through no fault of her own, she's had this dog for about 5 years, and this is the first place he's lived that hasn't been Buffalo, and he seems to like it okay.
So does he have like extra ears or like a horn or something?
Nothing like that. He's just like most beagles, like super like has major separation anxiety. Like when I leave for work in the morning, he's fine. But if I try to take out the trash at the end of the day or do a burger run like I did today, I have to be very careful. Otherwise, if he hears me leave, he'll freak out and start whimpering and howling.
Weird. That's what I do too. Whenever my
You have a dog now too, right?
no, I had a
No?
dog.
Oh,
I
I'm
had a
sorry.
dog. It didn't work out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm a horrible person. No, we had a rescue pit bull, and he was one of the sweetest creatures in the world. And I think if anybody wants to adopt a dog, they should never be ever remotely concerned about pits because they're fucking delightful. This dog got very, very immediately attached and bonded to just me. And started getting really aggressive with other dogs and other people.
Ooh.
Which I know sounds really counter to the whole, like, they're really lovely, but he really was sweet. But the problem is that the way our life works, my child, is that we needed other people involved, they were going to be helping with the dog, and that very quickly couldn't happen. So it was sad, and we took some time, and we found a nice big home in the country for the dog. Like, actually, like, I'm not being the
Okay,
big,
you're not
like,
saying that he went to a farm upstate. He is actually in a good home out in the country.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not like we flushed him down the toilet. But no, he's he was a good. He is a very sweet dog. But
Well,
anyway,
at least you found a nice home for him. That's
yeah, I'm good with human children. I'm not good with pets or plants. I can human children, I can make them thrive, and I have good success rate. I don't have the additional attention and time that is critical to rear plants or pets, as it turns out.
You see, I'm worried about the exact opposite. So I'm pretty good with Ricky. I'm able to walk him, take care of him. Like he tries to lick my face off every day, at least once a day, which means he must at least like the salty content of my face. So I'm doing something right. At least providing salt for him or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we're thinking it's been about a year. We're in the back of our minds, kind of, sort of, hypothetically talking about the possibility of expanding our family a long time from now. And I keep thinking to myself, I know I could be a good father to like daughters because I get along great with my nieces. And, I think I'm that kind of guy. Sons, I have no idea. And I'm terrified of the idea of having a boy because I'm like, son, I get along okay, but he's kind of standoffish or whatever. And I find this that they don't react to me the same way.
Mm.
So.
Want me to tell you a secret?
Okay.
Don't tell anybody I told you this because whatever. This is like the only thing I know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it doesn't fucking matter. You have a kid, it's your kid, and you fucking love it, and that is your entire world for the rest of your life, and you are going to be magnificent because you just love that creature. And it
Aw.
turns out all of your preconceived notions about gender and what you're supposed to be to be a good parent and the appropriate way to bond with people, just none of that matters at all. And it'll just be wonderful. That's all. So go get some babies. Babies are rad.
That might be the most profound thing you've ever said, at least to me.
Yeah, I've said some profound shit.
You
I think
have.
it's probably I mean, I have I don't think that you know, it's true. It's impossible. Having a child becomes like such a huge question for so many people. It's like, am I ready? Am I going to be good enough at it? Do I even want a child? What kind of world am I bringing this human being into? And so many questions that are all really critical, but as soon as you have that baby, none of that shit matters, and your entire life just becomes about just that kid. And that's all that matters.
I guess
And amazing. And it's why human beings keep fucking going. It's why we keep existing.
And I'm not concerned about that stuff so much. I mean, by the time my dad was my age, he'd already had 3 kids. So kind of slacking a little bit, I guess, by my own parents' standards. But I'm not going to let them dictate terms to me, you know, because, well, that said, my mom told me, you got 3 more good years out of me where I can take care of like a kid. After that, you know, best of luck to you.
Yeah, you don't want to do that on your own. You got grandparents. Send that
That's
over.
true. Well, yeah, but it's man, a long way off. I did not plan to disclose that on the show.
Dun, 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 dun. Look what happens. You
There's your Glib Shark exclusive.
Secrets being divulged.
This is the cost of joining Secret Club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Along with the tattoo.
We spill our hearts and we get tattooed. We shave our heads. We eat fucking meatballs.
I will say
That's
that my friends and I had a heart-to-heart at Red Robin, which I had never thought is a series of words I would put together in a sentence.
But you had a lot of orange booze, darling. We get it.
I had a lot of, and I had a lot of non-orange booze. I was actually one of my friends. She is one of the most urbane people I know. She's really awesome, really smart, and she picked a good guy to marry because he is also one of my best friends who is really smart, and I play golf with. And anyway, so she'd never had brandy before, so I offered her a little bit of mine. The face she made was priceless. I had wished I'd had my camera to capture. It was like she had drank pure awfulness in liquid form. Just not having it at all.
Oh.
Yeah, she's kind of like me in that she likes really sweet drinks, and I know that she's liked like pear ciders before and stuff like that, and wine. She likes wine, but brandy was just not her thing. Even the good stuff. I mean, this is not just like run of the mill brandy. This is some Courvoisier. This was good shit.
You know what you should try at some point in your life if you have not yet already is B&B, which is Benedictine and brandy. Have you had that before?
I have not, but I am so interested.
You will adore it. I won't even say anymore, but it's you'll love it. It's super sweet, but it's like a really nice after dinner sort of little thing to do. There's something else I was going to say, but I can't remember what it is.
It's okay. We're on the whole Benedictine and brandy tangent.
Yeah, no, it's good. You should try it. B&B.
But I do have to go and buy more brandy because apparently I am out.
So, because your friend who hated the taste of pure evil just couldn't stop drinking it?
Yes, we'll say that.
Oh, poor Jonathan.
Hey, poor me. I had a great time. That was a capital day.
Capital. Lovely.
Smashing.
Fantastic. I am really, really bummed out. I'm not going to see you guys in person very soon.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see me by the end of the year. We'll make it happen.
Okay, that's cool. That works.
Yeah, and Boston isn't too far away. Incidentally, Philadelphia, also not that far away. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, Philly, every time I've ever driven to Philly, it's always been for one of your events, and it's always been a shit show.
Getting there, yeah, especially during the day.
because I end up going through New York, which is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to do it all over again, I would probably just go around like New York, do that 287 way through the Tappan Zee Bridge. That
That's
way
the
you
way I
avoid the
always
city
came
altogether.
home. I always came home that way, but I always drove straight through New York like a sucker.
There was a whiskey festival recently, but it was during Lent, so I couldn't go.
Mm.
But we got stuff going on. There's something annual tradition that I have. I go down to Annapolis for every year is this sort of craft beer and music festival. So Izzy and I usually hit it up, and it's really cool. And then it's outdoor and it's pet friendly. So I was able to bring my dog this year. And man, that beagle is like the star of the show. People really love that breed of dog.
Beagles are sweet because they have those really creepy short legs.
Not quite as creepy as corgis though. My wife rolls her eyes every time I tell her my plan for our second dog to get a corgi and name her FICO after the Fair Isaac Credit Organization score because I'm a finance nerd.
Wait, so FICO, how is that? I'm trying to. Is
Like
that like
FICO credit score is also known
no?
as your FICO
I
score.
understand what FICO is. I'm trying to figure out why it's got to be a corgi named FICO, or is that just you being?
Well, corgis just because I like corgis.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till this guy gets older though. Like he's 6 and he's kind of possessive. He's not always the best around other dogs. Oh, but he's dreaming right now. He's like doing that thing where he's shaking around, and he might even do that muffled woof, 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 and like his cheeks pull up, and he's barking in his sleep, but he doesn't open his mouth, so it's like a muffled bark. It's pretty much the greatest.
It's so funny because I do the exact same thing, and for some reason that's kind of a turnoff. Apparently,
It's a double standard. We'll smash that
really
glass ceiling one
What?
day.
That's cool for dogs, but it's not cool for girls.
For people.
To, like shake your leg and kind of twitch in your sleep and bark and roll your eyes. Whatever.
Yeah, he licks people's faces. It's great. I lick people's faces. I get restraining orders. Not
Right?
cool.
Fuck, not
Make up your
cool.
mind, the law.
Not cool society.
Oh man, we have an inside joke like where I don't know if you ever seen the Kid President videos or not.
You know, I have seen them, but not watched them.
Ah, interesting. So there's a line where he quotes that poem where he says he took the road less traveled, and he says, "And it hurt, man." And then he says, "Not cool, Robert Frost." So every now and again, my wife and I will say that to each other if one of us feels wronged, but want to address it in a comedic way. Be like, "Not cool, Robert Frost."
Not
Like-
cool, Robert Frost. Maybe that'll be the name of my record when I finally finish it.
It's not being called Widows and Orphans?
Widows and Orphans is the band name,
Ah.
I believe.
Oh.
I believe that's the way we're gonna work it. I think that's gonna be the band.
I feel like I should have known that. I have my Martha file and I have certain things underlined like meatballs and firewood.
Yeah. God, firewood. That restaurant still is keeping their wood inside. And
Really?
I guarantee you it's because of us. Guarantee you.
Oh man, I made my mark on society. I mean,
That was
what did
some
I
good
accomplish?
hijinks.
That was,
good.
honestly, I feel like I would have been much easier, more comfortable stealing firewood now than I was at that point in my life.
Yeah, that really shook you up, honey. I felt very bad about that.
You broke me, Martha Marin. Now I'm a no good 2-bit hoodlum.
It's what I do, sweetheart. I'm sorry. It's what I do.
Yeah. Especially now that my wife would make fun of me if I hesitated even the slightest. She's like, "Just take the firewood." I'm like, yes, dear.
Well, and again, we were, that was the moment that set me off on my whole take stuff and replace it with something of greater or equal value
Wow.
tangent.
So we have this sort of mutual effect on each other where I kind of mellowed your kleptomania and you kind of exacerbated mine.
No, I don't think that's the way I would describe it. I think that it would because I don't really think that I'm a kleptomaniac so much as just if you've got a cord of fucking wood outside of your stupid ass restaurant just to smoke your fucking artisanal bacon for brunch. You can spare 3 cords for a bunch of sweet, fun-loving kids that just want to have s'mores in the middle of the night. That should be fine. But what I think is much more exciting is where it took me to this whole idea of you should take stuff and replace it with something, right?
It's such a weird kind of moral calculus that goes into those kind of decisions. It's like you're like a sideways Robin Hood.
You have a sideways Robin Hood. And this is something my son has a really hard time understanding. Because sometimes, like, you know, he and I both had a really bad day a couple years ago. So we went to the grocery store and I got us an 18-pack of eggs, you know, that like the dozen and a half, which is a pretty interesting size. It's a really satisfying size of eggs to buy. And we went out in the woods and we went egging. And that was awesome. But he was totally convinced that we were breaking the law.
Well, I think like
Which we were not. I confirmed it with officers of the law. And they said 100% totally in the clear.
Well, I think it's like being a kid and growing up in school, learning stuff in school is kind of like poetry, right? You learn what the rules are, like in grammar, so that you know how best to break them once you get older and have mastered them.
Yeah, but I mean, egging, like throwing eggs at trees and rocks is totally cool. There's nothing against the law about that.
It's a victimless crime.
It's a victimless crime. If anything, we were feeding bugs and snakes and birds. Though maybe not birds.
Yeah, if anything, it's the birds might be the only victims in this.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna overanalyze it because it was perfect, and every time I get to talk to you, that hasn't been often enough. I'm saying a lot of words. I miss you, Martha Marin. I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
I know, dude. I'm pretty awesome.
You get no argument from me, even though that sounded incredibly pompous.
Well, I mean, it's true. Come on.
Yeah, I can't argue with results. Oh man, so those of you who are in Boston going to PAX East can see you. When is your panel? Is it on Friday, Saturday?
It is on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes.
Just because the universe hates me and wants me to miss this thing, not come up on Friday or Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Sorry,
Dang.
you screwed it up. No, so yeah, Saturday afternoon at some point. I don't know when the hell it is. But yeah, it'll be a thing that happens.
And let me tell you, if you are on the fence about whether to go to this panel or not, you need to go because Martha Marin is one of, you know, I'm going to describe her the way she wants to describe me. Martha Marin is the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
It's pretty
accurate.
adjective.
Also, I tend to give people $20 bills when they're in my audience.
She's
Andrew
not lying,
Jackson.
folks. It happens.
It happens.
It could happen. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So if it might motivate you to come to a panel or say a rock show someday, you should totally do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we can follow you on the Twitters at the Martha Marin.
Correct, you can. And
Cool.
I'm recently exploring the Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
It is the Martha Marin.
Easy enough.
THEE, the Martha Marin.
Because old English.
Because of
So,
old English. And
While we were on the show, I have figured out Snapchat.
oh no way!
Praise be unto me.
Wait, because that shit is literally bananas.
I thought so, and then like you once you kind of start getting into it and start like actually playing around with it a bit, it makes total sense. Like I was like, how do people communicate over this? And I'm pretty sure I know how now.
But don't all of your things disappear after like a second?
It's complicated. to use a Facebook vernacular.
I mean,
Facebook traditional, if it were. As it
I
were.
just don't trust it, man. Anything they you make into a 0 or 1 is effectively immortal, at least in my view.
So do you want to? Can you explain it to us in a couple quick words before?
A couple of quick words. You can do videos to little short either pictures or videos to certain people. You can do them to anyone who can see them, and then everyone has a chat option. So if you don't want to do any of that, you can just like slide their name over and you can chat with them just like any other.
Okay, I don't understand. I don't understand why you would want to do that. There's like 1,000 other ways to do that.
It's the thing.
It's a good thing we have next week because that's when Jonathan will go on and explain Snapchat to us.
And by that he means we're not having a show next week because I am doing things. Not that. Other things.
We'll be back on the same Glib Shark time, same Glib Shark channel in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll think of something for the interregnum, but probably not. Given
You guys asked me nothing relevant about about anything interesting. You made me talk about stuff that I have no idea how to talk about, and now I feel like a dumb.
Okay, we have a little bit of time. We don't have to sign off yet. Tell us about your record.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant like.
Well, what the fuck do you mean?
I just did a freaking spit take. No joke.
I mean, yeah, we can talk about that, but I mean, I figured, I don't know. There's other stuff we usually talk about that's so much more. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make a record. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I don't know. What do you want from me? Here's what we can do. Hey, Silas, come here. Silas.
Yeah, I heard a no.
You 100% heard a no. It's 2 hours past his bedtime. No, all kidding aside, like I will talk about this record all day long. I have a studio I've been working with that's really awesome. And it's gonna. He's my production guy is definitely pushing me to get a bunch of stuff out. Also, I have a new dobro player that I'm playing with, which is awesome. But really, what I want to talk to you about, come here. Say hello to my son.
Hello. Ow. Hello.
Hey,
Hi,
Silas.
Hi.
That's Jonathan and Jack, both of whom you know.
Yeah, I know. Yo, guys.
Yo.
How's Battlefront, kid?
It's pretty good.
Have you
I
played as
guess.
Darth Vader yet? Darth Vader's
Of
fun.
course. You have to play as him for like when it's like downloading.
Oh man.
They force you into the dark side?
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that?
You can also play as Palpatine and Boba Fett too.
That's
Well,
some propaganda right there.
Well, and Greedo.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That dude has like what 3 minutes of screen time, and suddenly he gets.
It's
to
so
be
important, Martha.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I go now?
Yeah, I actually wanted you to come in here. No, come here, because I wanted Jonathan and Jack to try to convince you to actually go to sleep because it's 11 o'clock at night.
No. Goodbye.
Can you guys help me get my kid to go to sleep?
Just think of all. So one thing that I've learned is that I have really awesome dreams because I play a lot of video games. I have video game dreams. So it's possible that if you go to sleep, you'll have a video game dream and it'll be totally rad.
Yeah.
Well, that was fucking terrible.
What?
That's
It's
a
awesome.
Never gonna work.
They are the best dreams.
It's like you're talking to a kid. He's been a human being for 12 years. He's had 12 years of dreams. You're not gonna like sell him suddenly on dreaming.
Hey, no. By the time I started having video game dreams, I was in college. So that was 20 years or so of
And that makes more sense. Why?
Oh shit!
dang. I forgot who I was talking to. I just got
Aw,
schooled, son.
man.
You
I
got
thought-
schooled a tiny little bit.
I thought it was only the girls that bring the sass at that age, but like it looks like it's the guys
dude.
too. You can't win.
Oh, we just had a long conversation about girls versus boys.
Oh, Mom. No, that was with like someone else.
I know, but it's still true though. It's still
Yeah. Okay.
it's still
Yeah,
relevant. Girls get in trouble a hell of a lot less than boys do at the age of 11 and 12.
Debatable.
The
I have a
struggle
niece
is
around
real.
the same age.
I don't know. I'm gonna side with my guy there.
It's girls don't get in trouble. Girls are one of the reasons I think girls are a lot more sneaky and we're a little bit more manipulative,
And craftier and a little smarter.
craftier. And boy, you guys go in guns blazing.
I will say that in middle school, I got into a couple of fights that I probably shouldn't have, that I maybe were goaded into. And I managed not to get in trouble for them, but I did also win. So,
You know what? That's all that matters.
yep.
Yeah.
It's
Got the
not
W.
whether you're morally right or wrong. It's whether you win that counts.
And on
You guys
that,
just- did you guys just hang up on me?
no, we're still here. I'm trying to think of what to say to Silas. I mean, I can't manipulate anybody and make them do anything.
He's in bed. That poor goddamn kid. Can you imagine what it's got to be like for him?
I think he's pretty lucky.
Holy Joe. He does get some pretty good cakes, but
Right?
yeah.
Man, I'm still thinking about what to do for my next birthday, where I've been planning this cake for like 3 years and I haven't executed it yet.
What?
So
What's the cake?
for my next birthday, I want to make a cake where it's a recreation of the Battle of Antietam from the Civil War, where gummy bears are playing the Union soldiers and
Yep.
Teddy Grahams are playing the Confederate soldiers.
Yeah.
You've been hearing
I've
about
actually-
this cake a lot.
And I've asked you for advice
Okay.
about this. Like a couple of years ago, you
Yeah, this
actually gave
sounds
me some good
familiar.
hints. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this year, because it's like not like a major milestone birthday, I think the easy. Well, no, I can't do it this year because I'm going to be in Texas on my birthday.
Wait, how
So-
old are you turning this year? Are you going to be 30?
I'll be 34.
34? What the fuck kind of a milestone is 34?
I say it's not a milestone, so I don't have to like go and do like a trip or anything. I think the cake will be like the actual thing that I do this year. The weekend before I go Austin, I guess.
All right. So, what you're going to need, you realize you're going to need a lot more props than just gummy bears and Teddy Grahams.
Oh, sure, like cannons and guns and like broken
Yeah.
fences and stuff and things that simulate grass approximately.
Grass is easy because grass can be green food coloring coconut.
That's what I was thinking.
But my
Yeah.
bigger concern, honestly, is the discrepancy between the size of gummy bears and Teddy Grahams.
It's sort of like Asgardians fighting frost giants. There is a size difference.
Yeah, that's actually really well said, Jonathan. That's you got a pretty major size difference.
So I may have to go all Teddy Graham or all gummy bear.
Yeah, I think so. The other thing too is don't discount the power of the non-edible cake decoration. So you may want to consider just going like full on Lego.
Full Lego.
But if you go full Lego, you have to make up in cake what you lack in edible decor. So what I would do if you're going to do Lego is I would do giant fucking cake and like hills and valleys and,
Wow.
possibly like a Jello river.
That sounds ambitious. And I was thinking of doing the first level being like a red velvet because like to symbolize the ground being soaked in blood.
Yeah, and then you could do some interesting stuff too with like explosions of cake, right?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I need some time to. This might take me years to accomplish. This is gonna be my
No, dude, just don't overthink it. Just go big. Just fucking go big. So you have like malt balls can be your cannonballs that suddenly land, and then you've got all the exploded earth around them, but there's like a little malt ball in the center.
You know what? My nieces are 11 and 9. They're probably old enough they can help me.
Oh my god, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so child labor is the answer. Is what I'm hearing.
They've got those tiny little hands.
It's true. All right. I'm gonna call their mom tomorrow and be like, I'm recruiting your children's.
Yeah, there you go. And you're not going to pay them because you don't have to. They're children.
Well, I'm their uncle, so they get payment other ways. Like I
Yeah,
give them like money time to time. I spoil those kids rotten. Like I was giving them like back rides and carrying them around like up until they were in there. Like, man, recently as a year ago. Then I realized, hey, I need my back. So
That's weird because I keep making my mother do that for me. And she keeps complaining. She's like, I'm an old lady. I've got arthritis. Like, carry me. What the fuck? She's the one who made me get born in the first place.
Meanwhile, I'm still playing game. Up until recently, I was playing games like Isabella Ball, which is exactly what it sounds like. I take my niece, I curl up into a ball, I chuck her at anyone who can carry her.
All right, that's pretty cute.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty cute.
yeah.
Jonathan,
Yes.
let's do that next time you and I hang out. Will you curl me up into a little ball and just fucking throw me at somebody?
Sure.
Martha Ball.
Yes. Those times
See
we
what
played
happens.
Martha Ball. It was so much fun.
Catch the fever.
No, seriously, catch the fever. She's
No,
running a
seriously,
101.
I think there's something wrong with her.
I think the next arse you need to throw her at is a doctor's.
Her
Oh, man.
eyes are all glazed. All right, you guys are marvelous, and I'm sorry I probably kept your radio program going too long.
That's fine. Extra minutes of Martha are always welcome. Thank you
Oh.
so much for coming on the show and talk to us again.
No, of course, it's so lovely. I love it. I love talking to you guys. I'm sorry that I don't have anything more interesting to say, but yeah, I'm gonna make a fucking record and I'm gonna be at PAX, so come say hi.
Our sound producer is Jonathan. I ate 100 Martha Balls, Cerna.
Oh, God. It's so wonderfully sickening. Ah.
Oh, I'm gonna put that on my LinkedIn.
Our announcer is voice actor Bob Ball. Our theme music is done by Linnea Boyev. And on behalf of Lauren Urban, Jack Edithville, Jonathan Cerna, and the entire Glib Shark staff, this is Jack Edithville saying, well, 1, I screwed this up, and 2, good night, and 3, good health, and 4, I'm running for mayor of American Samoa, or governor. Damn, I screwed that one up again.
For heaven's sakes.
Good night, everybody. I